Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see by the title, is going to be a story time. I actually filmed a get ready with me look or video on the look that I'm wearing, but half of my footage got, well, it didn't get lost, it just didn't record. So I was like, okay, let me just regroup, and I was like, I'll do a story time because yeah, they're fun. So if you want to see, what are we gonna, I don't even know. If you want to hear my story, there's two stories actually. If you want to hear these two stories of my adolescent crazy days, then just keep on watching. So what made me want to film this is because I hung out with my friend who is involved in both of these stories yesterday. I hung out with her yesterday, but she's involved in both of these stories. So we went and saw Girls Trip. If you haven't seen that, that's a really funny, it was really funny. Like, I honestly, I knew it was going to be like a cute movie and like funny and stuff, but I didn't realize how hilarious it was. Pretty hilarious. So yeah, definitely a must see. Anyways, so okay, the first story is we were, I want to say we were like 13. We were in junior high, and there's this place here called Classic Skating. And every Saturday they would have like, so it was a skating rink, right? It was a skating rink, you go there, you skate, you know, they do the snowball where you hold hands and slow song, blah blah blah. But, and I freaking lived at the skating rink when I was little. But anyway, so every Saturday they would do like a club night basically, but it was like they had a room that they would just like do, like you could go dance and they play music and stuff for 13-year-olds. I think you had to be like over 12 or something. Anyways, I don't know, remember details. So one night my friend was like, hey, we can get in for free to the dance night if we bring flashlights. It's flashlight night. So we're like, hell yeah. Like, I think we just got some from home. Like, I mean, we were like broke as fuck. We were like broke, so we're just like, we grabbed some from our house or whatever. We didn't go buy new ones or anything. So yeah, we show up, we're dancing, and they're like, oh, there's a booty shaking contest. They're like, everybody come to the stage for the booty shaking contest. There's like a stage and everything. And so there was a group of people there. It was like a lot of people there. So me and her were like, all right, let's get up there so we can watch this booty shaking contest. So we're making our way to the front, and like, I don't even remember what she looks like, but some girl, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of people together, just like when you go to the club now, like you just can't move. And there was a girl that like kind of pushed me, and so I was just like, you know, I was like, okay, you know. And then she was like, bitch, and then I was like, I just sat there for a second, and I had my flashlight in my hand, and I was just like, I'm not proud of this. It's just funny to talk about it now. So I actually hit her pretty good over the head. And she had like a really bad goose egg. Anyway, so then my friend sees that we're like going at it. I don't remember her hitting me back. She was probably trying to fight me back, but I had the flashlight, so I was just like going in. And then my friend comes from the back, and she's like, you know, like whatever. She's probably like, get off my friend or whatever. And she starts like, you know, using her fists to hit, but this bitch hits me in the head, and I'm like, what the fuck? She like, cause it was pitch black in there. Well, not pitch black, but it was dark like a club. So she like hits me in the back of the head, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, calm down. So anyways, they pull us off. They bring us in the room, like some office room, and they're like, they separate me and my friend, and they're like, okay, so her parents had taken us there. So they're like, we need to call your parents. And I'm like, okay. And so I give them a fake number, and so they come back, and they're like, that number's not working, like you need to give us a way to get a hold of your parents. And I'm like, well, they're on their anniversary in Vegas. My parents were not together at the time. They were divorced long ago. So I'm like, oh, they're on their whatever year anniversary in Vegas, like that's probably why you can't get a hold of them. Make up this whole lie. And then they go in the other room, and they ask my friend, like, I think they were just like, so where's your friend's parents? And my friend is just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. They're like, well, she said that they're on vacation in Vegas. And she's just like, yeah, I guess. So anyways, they end up getting a hold of her parents, and they come to pick us up. And so I'm like so fucking scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna tell my mom, and my dad's gonna beat my ass. Oh, and then, by the way, so they're like, you're lucky she didn't she's not gonna press charges against you. She has a big bump on her forehead. And I actually had felt bad at this time. I mean, I'm not a brute. Like, I'm not like, have no heart. I actually felt bad. I was like, okay, I let my anger get the best of me. Like, I felt really bad. I never saw the girl again, and they didn't press charges or whatever, but they were like, you're banned. They're like, you and your friend can never come back here again. So we're like, okay, whatever. So her parents pick us up. I remember we get in, and it's just like quiet. Like, they're not saying much. And then we're just like, me and her just looking at each other in the backseat like, oh shit. They took us to Smith's, and they got us like chicken, and they like fed us. And then I don't even know if they even asked us what happened. I can't remember. I have to ask my friend, but I think they ended up just asking her what happened. But yeah, we didn't get in trouble, and they didn't tell my parents. So I don't even think I ever told my parents a story ever again. So that was the flashlight story that I've told a lot of my friends. They know by now. The second story is I think about like maybe like a year later. I was about 14 at this time. We were both about 14. So me and her both had boyfriends. I had a boyfriend, and she was dating like his cousin. And they lived in like a city that wasn't too far from us. So yeah, it was late at night. We wanted to go see them. Well, I did. I was like, let's go see them. And my mom had gone out for the night. She went out dancing, and I was like crying to her before she left. I was like, can you get us a burrito from Beto's? And she was like, no, I have to go. And so I was just like, whatever. So she leaves, and we had another car there. It was like an old Cadillac that was just like, it wasn't a stick shift, so I could drive it. And I've only driven like, around the parking lot and stuff. So I was telling my friend, I was like, her name is Jackie. I was like, Jackie, let's take the car and go drive by, like go see these guys, And she's just like, okay, because she's just so go with the flow. So she's just like, okay. So we get in the car and we're driving, and then I'm like, I was getting kind of scared, and I was just like, so I started driving around like our neighborhood just to get a feel for it. And then I go to the mall, and you know how the mall has like security at night that's patrolling. So the mall security is, I think it was about 11. The mall security starts following us, and I'm like scared because I'm 14, so I don't know at the time that they're not real cops. So I'm like, oh my god, he's following us. And she's like, just stay cool, like, like just calm down, just get out of here. So I get out of the parking lot, and then that's when he stopped following me, and I was like, and then I was like, okay, that's a sign, like we need to go home. So we go home, and I noticed that there's tire marks in the driveway, like from the water and from the gutter, like the tires drove over the water coming in. And I was like, I don't think my mom came home. So I was just like, nah. So like we came home for a second, and then I think we left again. I think we tried again, but then we got scared again. Like we went and drove around a little bit more. Then we came back. And then the phone rings, and this is the time when there's no cell phone, so we only had a house phone. So the house phone rings, and I'm like, shit, it's my mom, So I'm like, Jackie, answer the phone. She's like, okay, hello, and that's my mom, and she's like, where's Casey? And I'm like, tell her I'm in the bathroom, And she's like, give her the phone, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, I get on there, I'm like, hello, and she's like, did you take the car? And I was like, no. And then she's like, don't lie, I came home to bring you a burrito because you said you were hungry, and I felt bad. And I was like, oh man. So I'm like, no, yeah. And then I'm like, well, yeah, we had to take the car because Jackie started her period and we had to get pads. And that was like my excuse for everything back then, my period. So I'm like, yeah, we had to get pads. And my mom's like, you're such a liar. She's like, you're lying. She's like, I called Willie, which is my older brother. And she's like, I called Willie because I was scared that the car was stolen. And I'm like, oh, crap. Because I know when she would as soon as she told Willie, Willie would tell my dad, and then my dad would know. I was just like, okay, so I'm gonna get in freaking trouble now. So the next day, my dad shows up, and he's like, your friend needs to go home. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, we're trying to get her a ride home, and he's like, I need to talk to you in the room. And I'm like, and okay, look, we grew up in a Polynesian Mexican family. Like, my dad is Mexican, my mom's Polynesian. So getting hit, I mean, that wasn't like it happened, and to American standards, like, that's abuse and blah blah blah. But yeah, we got our ass beat when we did something wrong. So I mean, I look back at it now and I just laugh, but anyways, so he's like, go in the room, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get fucking hit right now. So I sit on the bed, and then yeah, so he slaps me up, whatever, and I'm just like, and he's like, why would you do that, blah 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 blah. Basically, long story short, that's the most that happened. And he said I was grounded. I have actually a lot of stories like that. I just think now, like, to look back and it's funny, and I really hope that my daughter isn't like that, and my family is always like, oh yeah, she's gonna be like that, you're gonna get it worse. So yeah, I mean, now I've apologized to my parents for being crazy, and I'm not like that anymore most times. But yeah, I just thought I'd share. I have so many stories of being a bad teenager. That was just 2 of them. They got worse. That was when I was 14. Just wait 2 more years and it got even worse. So anyways, thanks for letting me tell you that story and listening. And if you're new, please just don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell. I do upload videos. Pretty much like every week, once or twice a week, sometimes 3, depending. I don't have a set time, but yeah, I do new videos every week. So that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your comments on my videos. Even for the people who watch and don't comment, I really appreciate that you take the time to even watch these, because a lot of time goes into these. Maybe not every single video, but not only time, like, my heart goes into these videos because of what it means to me. So I really appreciate that you watch. Also, I am at around 300 subscribers, 300. And once I get to 1,000, I want to do a giveaway. But once I get closer, I'll go into details as far as how to enter and all of that. I just want to mention it now for the people that are subscribed now and will be subscribed then. Like, those are my ride or die. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.